This is breaking news from the Las Vegas Review-Journal, sponsored by Michael Gaughan's South Point Hotel, Casino, and Spa.
Created. Any questions?
So do you know the actual incident that actually anti-racism happened?
I'm sorry?
Actual incident, do you know the actual incident that happened in a Cobb County School District?
Today, a black girl was assaulted by a white male student. He was wearing Make America Great Again. They had an interaction. He started assaulting her. Staff grabbed her. He continued to hit her. They took her into the office. No one has seen her since.
And this was at Arborview High School?
This was at Shadow Ridge.
Shadow Ridge.
So this rally that they did last night went from Arborview to Shadow Ridge. Another girl at Arborview, which she's a friend of my daughter's, she tried to call out the fact that these two students were wearing Confederate flags, and she told the principal, and he said there's nothing he can do. His hands are tied because of freedom of speech. She said, but they're intimidating us, they're scaring us. He said, I understand that, I know, but there's nothing that he can do. So again, our students are not protected. Arborview 2019, March 19th, 2019, the Arborview 9, it's going to happen again. We're going to end up having a serious race riot on our campuses. Our children are not protected. They are not being protected. There's nothing being put in place to protect them. It's not being addressed. Again, the district wants to sweep it under the rug. They want to sweep what happened at Shadow Ridge. They want to sweep it under the rug. It won't happen. The same way we lifted up what happened at Arborview, it'll happen at every school. Anytime we get a complaint, it will be addressed. It will be sent to you all. They will not continue to allow our students to be tortured. It's not a safe space. Your child can't thrive if they are not safe. I had an argument with one of the task force members who told me, well, we can't, racism, or he actually called it a cultural war. And this is someone who was on the task force who can't even say the word racism, but they put him on a task force to write an anti-racism policy. He said that, kids getting to school on time is important. I said, well, you know what? You can fix that because you can get up and you can take your kids to school and they'll make it to school on time. How do we fix racism? What do? Our kids just have to continue to go through this? We're not standing for it. Our youth, we're going to pull our youth. Our youth have a lot to say. They are experiencing this. The district needs to listen. The district needs to act. We will hold them accountable. This is not negotiable. This policy is not negotiable. The creation of the policy is not negotiable. Them enforcing the policy is not negotiable. We will hold any and everybody accountable because there are red flags right now, just like there were red flags about Arborview. They knew about the Arborview threats a week before it happened. By the time I got to it, it had already been sitting in safe voice. So what's happening here? Our children are under attack. The same people that you see coming to these school board meetings crying about masks and vaccines, I wish that was my only problem. I wish all I had to worry about was a mask or a vaccine. And they're relating it to slavery and Hitler Germany. I wish that's all that they endured. Masks? That's oppressing you? Okay, let's trade oppressions. I would love to trade oppressions with them. These are their students. These people that you see in these meetings acting the way they act, these are their students organizing on these schools. I just got a Nazi Hitler flyer that they're coming here today. The flyer that was sent out, and I'll send it to all of you. What you shaking your head for? No, it's not.
No, I mean, these kids shouldn't be treated like that.
Oh, okay. Okay. A Nazi Hitler like a flyer. Everybody should be enraged about that. That last school board meeting when they did those Hail Hitler signs, everyone should have been enraged about that. Everybody. This is not a black thing. This is a multiracial thing across the board, and everybody is supposed to be standing up for this. Our children are under attack. The same thing that we go through when we go to these school board meetings, our children are going through it, and our children are being held responsible for it. Our children are being disciplined. It's not going to happen anymore. It's a new day, a new sheriff in town, whatever you want to call it. For 2 years we've been fighting. For 2 years we've been working with the district. We haven't sued them. We could have, but the work was more important. The work needed to be done. We don't want a dime from them. We want them to protect our students and to make a change. That's what we are demanding. It's not even a want, it's a demand. Period. You are not going to attack our children. You are not going to torture our children. One young lady at Arborview was being threatened on her TikTok. One student said, "Oh, you think this class is me? Class of 2017? Let's get back up there." My daughter still goes to that school. This district had one time, and that was with my son. That's the last time they had. That's the last time. They don't get any more passes with this. We've been patient with them. We've worked with them. We've spent time. We've helped build policy. We've helped build crisis response models that they've stuck on the shelf. Everything that they didn't do at Arborview, we put that into a crisis response model for hate-based behavior. So we literally created a crisis response model. So when a crisis happens on your campus, this is what you do. Nobody knows about it. The administrators don't even know exists to go to refer to it. AB 371 went into effect July 1st. Do you know how many administrators don't know anything about this bill that can really literally cost them their licensure if they don't follow it correctly, if they don't follow the protocol? So your district is setting you up. The district is setting its administrators up and its campuses up to fail. And I'm not going to be quiet about this. I don't do the politically correct. I'm not going to be hushed. That's out. Our children are under attack. Our educators are under attack. We're watching our educators speak up and ask for support while people are on the live threatening them with crowbars outside. This is what we have to deal with. We moved here for the metal detectors. This is what you deal with coming to a school board meeting? What year is it? I'm not even going to try to understand it. So, Superintendent Jara, you put it under operations, so it's on you. Nobody else will take the fall but you, Jara, because you let Katie Williams throw it under operations, and it's you. So you will be the one that will be held accountable. Where there's people, there's power, and we're the people. Amen. And I can guarantee you we will hold you responsible. These are our schools. These are our children. You messed up when you start dealing with organizers. We are real grassroots organizers. We are in the community. We got our ear to the streets. We know the problems. All these people that you're putting on these task force, these black faces that you're putting on these task force to represent our children, they're not. They're selling our children out. Jonte Marshall and I are the first, probably two black faces that have ever been on any of these task force. And when they first were going through the task force, they separated us. I couldn't go on there. They just wanted Jonte. I'm not the safe black person, I guess. I'm the radical one. You're right. But she can be just as radical. So now we're both on there. And then we're on there with Power to Parent. Everybody knows their position. They stand for school choice and school vouchers. I don't really care about that, because if our children aren't safe, there is no such thing as a quality education. Our children cannot thrive if they are under attack, if they are being threatened. They can't thrive. Anybody who doesn't experience racism can say, "Oh, I just need to get my kids to school on time early." That's a problem because the buses aren't showing up. That is a problem. But you know what? You can get in your car and you can go drive your kids to school and drop them off and they'll be there on time. I can't fix racism with that. I can't even let my son walk home from work and ride his skateboard. March 19, 2019 was the last time Clark County School District had the opportunity to mess with us like this. Try Jesus, don't try me. And I mean that. So we are here in solidarity. There are organizations here that are in solidarity. The youth is here. What I can tell you is when we get in there, our youth will not be scared. They will not be intimidated. Our immigrant community will not be scared to talk. They will not be intimidated. We're not doing none of that. Ain't no anti-blackness, no anti-immigrant. None of that is happening. You're not going to do the fat shaming. You're not going to do none of that. If you can't act civilized, then stay home. Linda Cavazos did not call you and in whatever they said she called her just because. Aaron Phillips, stop acting like you don't know what happens at these meetings. And I'm telling you that. You got my number, call me. Stop acting like you don't know what's happening at these meetings. Those your homies that's doing it. That's why you trying to act like, well, what are you talking about? They're just parents. Yeah, you got Ku Klux Klan Nazi parents that are coming. And this is how they're behaving. This is how they're acting. Linda Cavazos can't do her job because she's being blocked from doing her job. I'm going to call all of it out. She's being blocked from doing her job. She's being blocked from trying to keep a safe space. That's why we are creating these town halls, to create safe spaces so our community can be heard and not heckled and not threatened. And any immediate type of threat will be removed immediately. We're not going to ask no questions. We're not going to go through no bunch of, well, can you? No, you got to go. This is our space. So the district, Superintendent Jara, this is on you. You had 2.5 years. Why is it taking 2.5 years to write an anti-racism policy? We know you didn't want to write it. You really didn't have no choice in the matter. Our children were threatened. Columbine Part 2, but only killing the niggers? That's what we doing? This is 2019. It should actually been Arborview 10. One boy we couldn't identify. This happened at Arborview, and then another incident happened today at Arborview. Anti-racism now, it's not negotiable. It's not up for debate. We're not gonna talk about it. We're not gonna have meetings about meetings. We're not gonna go get on this task force, and then y'all, because what they're doing is they're creating a hostile space. Because you're putting people on the space that you know don't get along, that you know don't stand for the policy. It's kind of like a setup. We're not dumb by far. We see what's happening. So you're creating this task force to say, well, we gave you what you want. No, that's not what we asked you for. And you know that. They're going to write the policy, they're going to implement the policy, and they're going to enforce the policy. This is going to continue to be enforced, and we are going to continue to advocate. We are going to continue to show up to schools when families call us. We are going to continue to hold people accountable, because enough is enough. You ready? Okay, I'm going to pass it over to our youth.
So one of the best ways to get everyone to understand why this policy is needed is for you guys to understand what it's like to be a student, or at least a student of color in CCSD. As a student of color in the Clark County School District, when I was just in elementary school, I've already heard the word N-word said to me multiple times. I've had teachers tell me that I don't have a future because I'm black and a girl. I've had people underestimate me every second of the day that I enter one of those school campuses. In middle school, I was targeted by a teacher who only targeted black students, told multiple times that I would never succeed or go to college, have a higher education, or anything. And when we reported that teacher multiple times, they only gave her a warning, a slap on the wrist, because apparently discriminating and targeting black students wasn't enough for a teacher to be removed in the Clark County School District. In high school, I'm again told the slurs all the time. I have to fight for my right to be alive. I have to argue and debate and tell people multiple times why I deserve the right to live, while I deserve civil rights, while I deserve to be treated fairly. I have to tell teachers why their comments about my name and laughing about why it's so funny, why their comments about poverty and saying that I deserve to be in the hood is not okay. I have to speak up to make sure that other teachers aren't being racist, because in Clark County School District, it doesn't matter. There are no repercussions. And I am shocked when I hear that other students would tell me how they experience the same thing as me, or even worse, that they experience horrors in the Clark County School District when teachers treat them terribly, or when their peers treat them terribly because of the color of their skin, and no one does anything. No teacher faces repercussions. No one is held accountable. The principal sure does nothing. And then when we take it to you, to the Clark County School District representatives, when we take it to the people on the board, again, they're silent. We have waited for this policy for 2 years, and it is long overdue. It is time that there is no racism in schools. It is time that I don't have to hear, oh, Naika, you must be in the hood. You must never go to college. Oh, you're just a little black girl. You're not going to amount to anything. It is time that I am thought of as just a human being and not a little black girl who's never going to amount to anything. It is time that other students who look like me, who talk like me, who act like me, are treated fairly. It's a time for us to be treated fairly, plain and simple. We are humans too. We are students too. And I deserve to have the same education as my other peers. I deserve to go to the class and not feel scared. I deserve to not think, oh God, what is he going to say today about me? What is he going to laugh at today? What is he going to point out? How racist is my teacher going to be today? That should not be the thoughts in my head. Instead, I should be thinking of how am I going to ace this test? How am I going to talk to my friends? How well am I going to do today? But those aren't the thoughts in my mind. Because in Clark County School District, it's okay for everyone to be racist. It's okay for me to experience discrimination. It's okay for me to feel like I'm nothing. But right now I'm saying to not only myself, but to all the other students of color in Clark County School District and to the Clark County School District representatives, it's not okay. I'm fighting right now because I want to end racism in Clark County School District. And I hope that you guys will too. Thank you.
What's your name?
My name is Naika Belizaire.
Can you spell your name for us?
Naika. My last name is Belizaire.
And which school you go to?
Advanced Technologies Academy. I'm a representative of Code Switch. I am representing Code Switch, and I'm in solidarity of No Racism 1865 and all the other organizations here.
Hello everybody, my name is Rico Ocampo. I am a community organizer with Make the Road Nevada. We're a nonprofit organization here that works with working class and immigrant communities, and we are here in solidarity with No Racism in Schools and Code Switch, and also we have representation of young CCSD students who are here representing and here to share their concerns about what is happening. Like I mentioned, we are here with young people who are wanting to ensure that anti-racism not only is written, but it is implemented, it is enforced, and it is measured. And so that is exactly what we want to be able to see. During the first couple of weeks, in week one, when we were attending here with here during week one, when we brought our students here, we
Hey, you got officers just saw that. This guy just tripped me. This guy just tripped me. Hey. No, I got it on camera.
You ain't running.
You got yourself tricked. You tricked.
You ran.
You poor guy. Get out of here.
Sir, just walk, please. Come this way.
No, I'm being harassed.
Come this way. Come this way and talk to us, sir.
Bye.
Come over here. Keep walking, please.
Thank you, officer.
when we kept bringing our students to meetings, they faced anti-immigrant hate, they witnessed LGBTQ hate, and most recently, at the last meeting that we had, I was with two young students, and to the left of us, there was two individuals that were doing the Hail Hitler sign. Two individuals that were willingly just throwing out their anti-Semitism out like that. This is exactly what students go through on an everyday basis in their schools. What we as adults experience here at CCSD board meetings, students experience it in the classroom. And students are here to say they've had enough. Students are here to say that they're taking their district back, and students are here to ensure that any type of anti-racism conversation involves them, because there's nothing about us without us. And so we want to ensure that anytime that a conversation is had about an anti-racism policy, about anything affecting young people, that students are at the table. And so we are glad to say that two members of this group right here, CCSD students, are part of the Anti-Racism Task Force and will ensure that their voices are heard, and will ensure that any type of policy that they approve of that policy, and they ensure that they are advocating for specific things that they want to. Thank you very much.
We're educators.
We just talk?
No. What do you want to talk about? You don't even know what
She told me no. She told me no, we can't talk. You're the one who just told me to get out of here.
You lost that right when you came up the first time.
Because they do.
You guys hold up your signs, please. Hold up your signs. There you go. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Desiree Rodriguez. I am a student at CCSD, and I'm a student body president at Las Vegas High School. I've grown up in this district from kindergarten all the way to my senior year, and I've experienced racism every single day. Whether it's indirect or not, I have always been doubted for being a woman of color, for being a girl. I've seen my peers be laughed at. I've seen derogatory terms be yelled at them, yet no one says anything because there is no anti-racism policy in action. Now, the moment we say this is wrong, the moment we talk about something that has been discussed for centuries, we're immediately called radical. How is it radical for standing up for our people? How is it radical for saying that a person is not illegal? And how is it radical for saying that you cannot call me the N-word, that you cannot call me a wetback? But as soon as people come and attack us directly, as soon as we as students attend board meetings, the 1 out of 2 or 3, we attend board meetings and then we see a Nazi salute right across from us. For me, it was 3 feet away, 3 feet to the side, I saw a Nazi salute. And what does that show me? What does that represent in our school district? For me, broadcasting to my peers and everyone on television, that shows that racism in CCSD is fine, that we're not gonna do anything about it. But how is genocide something to be proud of? We should be ashamed as a human race that that ever happened. Yet it can happen in a board meeting, it could be broadcast on Twitter, but it didn't get nearly as much attention as it should have. A Nazi salute is a disgrace to the human race because that's saying one person, one group of people is better than the rest. So I'm here today in support of the anti-racism policy being pushed and done quickly because racism in school is an urgent matter. We've been dealing with it for far too long, and this shouldn't be something that we hold off. Masks? Masks are our only concern? It seems like it's just a distraction because as soon as we start to speak up and we have a rise, we have our voice, we have our people, then all of these random conspiracy theories and distractions start coming up. What type of coincidence is that? So listen to us, listen to me, I am 17 years old, listen to my other peers here today, and consider them because they're the ones who are currently in the Clark County School District there every single day. Thank you.
Can I have your name?
Excuse me?
Can I have your name one more time?
My name is Desiree Rodriguez. Do you want me to spell it?
Yes, please.
Desiree, and then Rodriguez is Rodriguez. Thank you.
Who do you organize with?
Who really speaks up for them? Because I've been voicing my opinion with my child, and every time I try to speak up, they shut me out.
Well, come speak.
They hang up phones on me.
Come speak. This your space, sis. Come on. Come on. This your space. Come on.
Who do you organize with?
I'm with Make the Road Nevada. I'm a youth fellow with Make the Road Nevada, so I focus on empowering young students, and I'm here today to do exactly that.
All right. We have a community member coming to speak.
Hi, my name is Shelly Davis. This is my son, James Davis. I've been trying to fight for him since 2020. He goes to Helen J. Stewart. I've been trying to get him moved from that school. He was molested. They've been ignoring me for the longest. Just because he's disabled doesn't mean that he doesn't have any rights. I've been getting the door slammed on me from the principals, supervisors, their supervisors, the deputy superintendents, all of them. Then in the classroom, the same thing. They make him look like he's a dummy. Nothing.
And he's not.
No, he's not. He's very smart, intelligent. They turn off iPads on him, put it on mute to where he can't speak. And when he goes to talk, it's nothing. He can say, hey, hey, make him look like he's showing up not on time. He's on time every morning. I speak to the principal. They make us look like we're nothing. This every day, I'm on the phone. Nothing's being done about it. Nothing. I'm tired of it. Tired of it. My child's tired of it too. He wants an education just like everybody else. And nobody helps us. Nobody. Nobody stands up for him. I'm tired of it. We're tired. We're tired of it. He's very mannerable. He tells them his name. He does everything, but as soon as he tells them his name, they act like nothing. They say they don't know what he's saying. Tell them your name. What's your name?
My name is. My name.
Tell them your name. What's your name?
My name is James. AJ. David.
And when he tells them his name,
Hi.
they act like they don't know. They say JD. Your name is not JD. His name is James Ezra Davis, like he tells them. They ignore it. He counts for them, but then they treat him different. They don't treat him like nothing. They treat him like he's inhuman. This every day I get this. We get on 7 o'clock in the morning. They put us to special things. School starts at 8 o'clock, bell rings 8:05. But now they want to give us a special session. And then when we get on that, nobody's on there. And we sit there and wait for that too. And then someone else pops on. A PE teacher that's not a PE teacher, a speech teacher. But they treat us like this. That's how they do us. I'm just tired. My child deserves to get his education just like anybody else. If he's been treated this way and done this way at this school, he needs to be moved from there. And I request that he be moved. And they won't allow me to. Allow my child to be moved. And allow my child to get his education. Just like any other student would be allowed to be done. Allow it. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jonte Marshall. I'm the co-founder of 1865 No Racism in
You've been watching breaking news from the Las Vegas Review-Journal, sponsored by Michael Gaughan's South Point Hotel, Casino, and Spa.